One of my favorite things to do is to review articles that are submitted from other people. Recently, someone submitted an article to me. It's titled, Agile is Broken, so what should startups and tech companies do instead? This is published in January of 2025, so it was a few months ago. But I thought I'd give you the gist on what I learned from this article. So here we go. It says, a few months ago, I wrote a controversial post calling for the end of Agile. As you might expect, things went poorly. A link ended up on Hacker News. There were epic battles. Feelings got hurt. Name calling ensued. My bad. See, I went out on a limb and said the obvious thing out loud. That was passing for Agile-inspired continuous delivery and continuous improvement had devolved over time into a bunch of make work led by people who viewed technology as a commodity. The crowd of folks making the work got mad at me for pointing out that they were making work. That's fine. I expected blowback. What I didn't expect was an honest follow-up question. If we ditch Agile, Scrum, and Jira, what do we replace it with? Okay, so let's pause there. First of all, I appreciate the fact that I can guarantee this is not written by ChatGPT or any other GPT for that matter, just because of the way the word layout is. Word selection and layout are important, but neither here nor there. But what I'm trying to say is it's fragilely written, so I'm going to go ahead and just recap it for you. This character went out and said, "Hey, Agile's dead. It's the oh no, what are we going to do?" That thing again, and I've heard it probably 49,863 times last month. So he starts out by, let's figure out what problem we're trying to solve. Which now I'm going to applaud him and say, hey, that's the right approach. Look, no matter where you stand on Agile, Scrum, or Jira, no one can name call their way around the fact that continuous delivery and continuous improvement have more often than not given way over management, over documentation, and over scrutinization of the software development process, turning development into a joyless slog where nothing new and innovative gets done, and certainly not quickly, even at and especially at tech startups. But the thing is, I agree with most of my dissenters on this. Agile was originally a manifesto, not a methodology. Scrum was a quick-hit framework meant to reduce meetings and interruptions. Jira was a digital version of a whiteboard and sticky notes. All this came together at one time to build elegant software quickly, maximizing benefit for both customer and company. But here's the problem. Do a search on Agile and see how many times the word methodology comes up before the word manifesto. Spoiler alert, almost every time. Yes, Agile bloat is an oxymoron. It's not the spirit of these things that are causing the bloat, it's the practice. It's the manifestation of a product development tenet I have to repeat to my purist colleagues all the time. Quit defending how the thing was meant to be used and understand how it's actually being used. Let's pause there. I actually think this guy's onto something at a much grander scale and doesn't even realize it. Too many companies, Agile or not, build products with a very specific set of instructions or a pathway that they expect for the product to be utilized in. Instead of building a product that instead of doing the right amount of hypothesis evaluation and figuring out how a customer would actually use a product, many companies build a product and say, we'll figure out how the customers are going to use it. And that tenet's still important, and it's going to play a role in my answer. But because the answer to the question, what replaces Agile, is I don't really care, whatever you want, if you could use the same tools and methodologies and framework and manifestos to get to where you want to be, go for it. There's no secret club I'm trying to disband. That said, the fact that the feedback on the original post went two separate and unequal ways made me realize I didn't ask the right question. Okay, let's pause there. There are many times in the sales and marketing world where I tell people, be careful what you ask for because you might just get the answer to your question. And this is one of them. I'm a certified Scrum trainer. I'm the president of AgileDad. And I'm here to tell you that Scrum is a delivery framework that sits inside of an Agile mindset. And a business agility mindset has been around for quite some time. Codifying, formalizing, or trying to hammer out and saying, you shall use this word and not this word. And if you use this other word, you don't qualify to be a teacher, instructor, trainer, coach, or you can't help an organization achieve agility. I get it. Let's cut to the chase. There are three things that are holding organizations back, and this is not part of the article. The first one is confusion over roles and accountabilities. People just don't know not only what to call people, but what they actually do. And that is a problem. Too many organizations are saying we are agile. How do you know you're agile? Well, we have scrum masters and we have product owners. Well, that's great. That doesn't mean you're agile. It means you have people hired in those positions. What do those people do? And I'm telling you right now, some of the answers are shocking, right? The second thing is an alignment or organization of work. And people often struggle with creating work that's easy for groups of people to consume. So it's creation, organization, and maintenance of backlogs of well-organized work that teams and business units can get done quickly. And I think that organizations struggle with that. It still surprises me that to this day we're still struggling with that. And then 3 is you have to have a way to be predictable about the work you're going to do and when it's going to be completed, so that leadership, executives, and other people can have some type of timeline. Now, what I can tell you is too many organizations are still leaning heavily on how long things are going to take instead of how big or complex the job is, and it's causing their predictability numbers to go through the floor. I would rather really understand size and scope of what we're trying to work on and get my predictability numbers more solid than trying to lean in on the how long is it going to take and not being where I need to be. So there's some interesting conundrum here that we have to solve. The problem isn't even so much, back to the article, the problem isn't even so much Agile and Jira and Scrum themselves. It's what we're pumping out of the software factory when we use them, and subsequently how they lend to the commoditization of the products that get pumped out. Slap my forehead that I didn't see this as the root of all Agile problem, because it happens all the time. It's dinosaurs versus innovators, and making hard choices about which one your company is going to become. So he goes on to say, economically speaking, the last few years in technology have been marked by cycles of panic budget tightening, growing demands and profitability, hyper-focus on quarterly results, top and bottom line misses, fiduciary punishment, mass layoffs with the expectation to do more with less people, repeat. And the result, there's a fork happening in the software development world. Innovation is yesterday. Shareholder earnings are the future. Let's pause there. More and more companies are tightening the belt loops because of the uncertainty in our economic marketplace. That's truth. There's no way around that. What I can tell you is organizations are also looking for people who are operationally efficient and effective, meaning that they're leaning in or looking more towards how are people on the team leveraging AI to get rid of the mundane things they need to do? Are organizations leveraging AI to do things that could speed the process along to help them get to market faster and more effectively? And are we, as receivers of these products and services, having our input listened to? So he goes on to talk about here's where the Agile side is heading. And he says, what if you could automate the entire company? Let's ask our new friend AI. While it's currently not possible to build a fully operational company solely using AI, you can leverage AI significantly to automate many aspects of the business, from customer service to product development, essentially allowing AI to play a major role in running a company, even if human oversight and decision-making remain crucial. What I can tell you is not only can it be done, but companies are crazy not to do it. The cost savings alone make it irresponsible to not let AI be a driving force for a company to hit its quarterly earnings with measurable, predictable, consistent results. It's kind of like I just said this before I even read the article. Agile, Scrum, and Jira could be the perfect bridge to that utopia. Just use AI Agile agents to teach AI Scrum agents to use AI Jira agents to track AI code agents, and then test using AI QA agents and deliver with AI deployment agents using AI monitoring agents. That makes no sense to me. I mean, I get what they're trying to say, but it doesn't need to be that way. And he says, I know serial entrepreneurs that are trying to do this. Okay, let's just pause here. I think I'm going to abandon the article right about here. I feel like there's too much going on as far as what are we blaming on, and we're bouncing all over the place. The split between innovation-driven technology and cookie-cutter software is widening. The real questions start at the bottom with deadlines and money. Throw it in a Gantt chart and take a look. The real answer comes from the top, the CEO. You can't win with AI when everyone is winning with AI. Okay, let's pause. 3 facts about this article, or 3 facts about Agile in general. 1, Agile's not dead. Nowhere near dead. It's not broken. People never understood Agile the way it was intended to be implemented, and the implementation of Agile within organizations is still broken. 2, I attribute that to poor instruction, poor coaching, poor adoption, and poor proliferation based on a poor understanding of what Agile is and how it can be applied effectively. As a trainer who's been in the industry and an owner of a company for 22 years, long time, I can tell you I've seen tons of companies really succeed, accelerate, and do well using Agile. The secret is no secret at all. They focus on having a clear vision and strategy. They understand roles and accountabilities. They have proper Agile meetings, and they align their work in such a way that it's easily consumable. If you do those 4 things, I don't care if you build tree houses or the most complex system in the world, it's going to work. But you have to have those things, and those things start by having the right foundational principles inside of your organization when it comes to an understanding of Agile. So whether you call them a Scrum Master or an Agile project manager, or just project manager, whether you call it a product owner or a product manager or a change management agent, my point is, let's stop arguing over the simple things and let's focus on the core things, the things that we need to do to make a difference. I think we're at a point right now in the business Agile world where we're trying to reinvent who we are, but nobody's really sure where we're trying to go. That's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care. Bye now.